Celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. Here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Tuesday, November 29th, 2016, and here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market front, it's kind of like a mixed day. Everything's just kind of like that, except oil. Oil is down over 3%. So how come it's a day like that? Because they're waiting for oil. Tomorrow's the big day, November 30th. Are they going to come to a deal with OPEC? We'll see, but it doesn't look so good, and that's why oil's going down. But we think they're going to come up with some kind of a deal to make it sound good so the price goes up a little bit. So remember, it's a supply and demand issue, period, paragraph. Way too much supply and not enough demand. Stocks close higher as healthcare, real estate lead. Oil tumbles over 3% amid OPEC uncertainty. Yep. But on the positive side of the economic news, and you can't avoid it, the second read of third quarter GDP came in at 3.2%, above the previous reading of 2.9%. So, other data, the Case-Shiller House Index, home prices increased 5.1% in September. The Consumer Confidence Index for November came in at 107.1, well above expectations. So what do we have here? Hey, if interest rates go up, you think home sales are going to go up? We don't think so, but we'll see. And as for the interest rates going up, the CME Group's FedWatch tool, market expectations of December rate hike now are above 95%. So what's going to happen when those interest rates go up? We talk about it all the time. Those emerging markets are going to submerge a lot lower because they borrowed all that dough in dollars, and their currencies are going way, way down. Hey, how about Venezuela's currency? Just had the biggest monthly collapse ever. That's right, and they got to pay back all that debt in dollars. And it's not only Venezuela, it's all those emerging markets that are submerging, particularly the ones that are oil rich. And we have this problem of too much oil out there, not enough demand, and a lot more supply, and all of that debt. So start looking for downgrades as well, hitting all these emerging markets. So, on some other news, gold prices went down, and doesn't look good for gold because gold prices fell on Tuesday due to expectations of rising U.S. interest rates and a high dollar and improving sentiment for global economic growth. So, here's the deal. Rising bond yields means it's cheaper to buy U.S. Treasuries, which, like gold, are viewed as risk-free assets. But you start getting return on your investment, and you don't with gold. So it's that dollar goes up, gold goes down. Again, you have to look at the total picture, and long-term we see a lot of problems in gold. As we say, we don't give financial advice. We look at it as an investment for unstable times in a safe haven currency, and there's a lot of unsafe havens out there. One of them's going to be on Sunday. Yes, Sunday! Yep, over there in Austria, a big election. Well, they put in the Freedom Party, but even a bigger one over there in Italiano land. That's right. Renzi's referendum's coming up to take the power away from the people and centralize it with the centralized mafia over there. And it looks like it's going to be voted down. Here's the big news about it. If that's voted down, we suspect gold prices are going to go up because Italy is holding a third of the negative trillions of dollars of debt in Europe. The banks of Italy. And they need this scam so they could bail out the banks. Without the Renzi deal, they don't bail out the banks. So Sunday is a big day to stay on top of the news because you'll be ahead of the trends. Hey, here we go. Italian banks hold nearly a third of Eurozone's bad loans. That's right. But they don't report this in the States. Hey, I wonder what happened to the Kardashians this week. Did Jay-Z do anything yesterday? Didn't see Justin Bieber for a while. The stupid prostitute news. You know when this news went down? I remember it well. I did a segment one time for 48 hours. It was a big show back then. And the reporters came up to Rhinebeck, where our offices used to be. And I was shocked. And I said to the wonderful woman who was the top person at the day, what's going on with all this reporting of O.J. Simpson? The Simpsons, man, that's what it's become. It's the Simpsons for real. From the Cartoon Network to the Simpson stupid crap of who cares. They don't report this stuff. And they also don't report China unveils crackdown on companies investing overseas. Check this number out. Stupid Trump keeps talking about, the Chinese are devaluing their currency because they want to export more. Hey, garçon, what are they going to export if people aren't buying stuff? Your currency could be worth nothing if people don't have money to buy anything. So here's the other side of the story. Chinese unveils crackdown on companies investing overseas. You know why? Because that dough is yuans are flooding out of China and they're buying up the world. Here. According to an internal document, the People's Bank of China, from January to October, a total of 2 trillion yuan, nearly $300 billion in capital flows have flowed out of China. They need to support it. They're wasting their money propping it up, and it's not going to do any good because the stronger the dollar goes, the weaker all these currencies go, and China is facing a huge debt bubble. Again, just for the fact. Back in 1996, just about 20 years ago, China had a cumulative debt of $500 billion. They added it up a little bit more since then. It's over 30 trillion. They cannot afford for their currency to go to nothing. Capisce? Hey, maybe that's over Trump's head. And talking about Trump, region grids for new U.S. tack on Cuba. Yeah, Trump is going to get tough with them. I don't think so. He's going to do a deal with them. And all of this is going to be a new deal. So when people are talking about how's he going to renegotiate NAFTA, he's going to renegotiate it. It's a shitty deal to begin with, and he's going to make a better one, I believe, because it's all about business. And when push comes to shove, it's the bottom line, and no one's going to shove the bottom line out. And you're not going to tell what Cuba is going to do, because I read to you the quote yesterday from Castro before he died. So we got along this long without America, we'll get along with them again without them. So it's going to be business, they'll come to a deal. Talking about morons, lowlife, and scum, how about Mario Draghi? Yeah, listen to this. This is the guy that put negative interest rates in Europe. This is the little clown of a man, the Goldman Sachs front man that used to run the European division of Goldman Sachs, that became the head of the European Central Bank, the front man for him, that goes out and gives us negative interest rates over there in Europe. This is the little clown of a man that's spending 80 billion euros a month to buy corporate and government bonds. Here's the headline in the Wall Street Journal. European Central Bank warns about low rates. Warns about low rates? Why don't you go after the clown that did it? No, because you're little prostitutes without a pair of cojones the size of maybe Mickey Mouse. European Central Bank President Mario Draghi issued a blunt warning over the risks that low interest rates pose to the Eurozone. You can't make this crap up. And nobody calls him out. This is the guy that put in negative interest rates. Hey, but you guys get a free ride over there and you get to watch him and snap your cameras and say, President Draghi, Yeah, you little boys of girls of nothing. Fake news? This is fake news. The Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, this is fake news. This is fraudulent news from a real fraud. Oh, speaking about the fraud, Draghi, who everybody loves, poverty on the rise in Europe. You did a great job, didn't you? I wonder why people are revolting against the elitists. The results of the Social Justice Index 2016 were published by the Bertelsmann Foundation. According to the study, 1 in 4 citizens in Europe is affected by poverty or social exclusion. The percentage of people who are poor in spite of having full-time jobs rose to nearly 8%. The numbers are astounding in this report. Just to give you an idea, in Spain, the poverty rate, 28.6%. Greece, 35.7%. Romania leads the way in the percentage of children under 18 living in poverty, 46.8%. Bulgaria, 43.7%. Greece, 37.8%. Hungary, 36.1%. Italy, 33.5%. Britain, 30.3%. Portugal, 29.6%. I wonder why people are disgusted with the system. Can't figure it out. Hey, how about looking at Draghi? How about looking at the U.S. central banks? How about looking at all the dough under Obama since 2009? 95% of it went to the 1%. And there you got it. Oh, talking about more jerks, OECD backs Trump's infrastructure plan for growth. That's the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. All of the plans of negative interest rates, quantitative easing, have failed by the facts. The numbers are there. Now they're saying, yeah, more fiscal stimulus. Oh, you got that debt already? Let's get some more and put it in the hands of the jerks called the federal governments near you that screw up everything that they do, and they'll come up with a good infrastructure plan to give more dough to their buddies. Oh, speaking about more dough to their buddies, I got one right here for you. Pentagon plans to replace Afghan Air Force with U.S.-made helicopters at a cost of $814 million. Yay for the military-industrial complex. To a bunch of losers in the longest war in American history, and they want more of our dough. Hey, you people in Flint drinking any water lately? Hey, how about up in Hoosick Falls? No money for the people, all for the military-industrial complex. And Obama expanding war with Al-Qaeda to include Somalia. Remember I talked to you about yesterday? And what happened at Ohio State? Ohio State University? This kid slashed up 11 people with a butcher knife. Abdul Razak Ali Atran, 18, wrote on Facebook that he reached a boiling point, made a reference to lone wolf attacks, and cited a radical cleric. America, stop interfering with other countries, especially Muslim ones. We are not weak. We are not weak. Remember that. Oh, he's from Somalia. Oh, what is Obama doing? Oh, killing more people in Somalia. That doesn't count. You can kill all you want in Yemen, in Iraq, in Afghanistan. It's Crusades 2000, man. The 10th Crusade. Nothing more, nothing less. I wrote about it in 1993 and again in Trends 2000, 1996. Oh, this is going to come as a surprise. Iraqi troops increasingly bogged down in Mosul invasion. Yeah, no kidding. Everything they do, they're losers. Have not won a war since World War II, only for the record. And what's Trump going to do? Give them more dough for more military. Great. You know, a lot of propaganda is coming out about fake news. And the New York Times, the toilet paper of record, is the base promoter of it, or one of them. This is yesterday. Trump promotes a baseless claim on illegal voting. Who's to determine if it's baseless? Why don't you just say Trump promotes claim on illegal voting? And then as a reporter, which you're not, Michael Shear and Maggie Haberman, you wouldn't put your own stupid 2 cents in there by calling it baseless. Put the facts down and let we, the little people, decide. But they don't quit. Assad's prize, if he prevails, Syria in tatters. Who's this? Elisa Rubin. Yep. Who's to say Assad's prize, if he prevails, Syria in tatters? You? You're supposed to be a reporter, but you're nothing more than the rest of them. Propagandists. Hey, how about Gaddafi prize, if he prevails, Libya in tatters? Oh, no, that wouldn't work. That's right, because the Nobel Peace of Crap Prize winner, Obama, destroyed Libya. They killed Gaddafi. And what a lovely place it is today. Thinking of going there for a vacation this summer. Yeah. Oh, and who's going to replace Assad? We got somebody. We got one of them moderate rebels, I tell you. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's Trends in the News.